Hello everyone, welcome to Tempest Gaming. Today we are gonna build my new PC. So I'm gonna hit the store, bring all the components, and don't go anywhere until I come back. So I'm back with all the components needed. You can see I'm gonna build a Ryzen based setup this time. I have been an Intel user for more than 15 years, and after hours of comparing two platforms, I decided to switch to Team Red. I got a Ryzen 7 3800X CPU and an Asus X570F motherboard as base components. Then I have a G-Skill Trident Z Neo 32GB kit for memory. For the primary storage, I have a Samsung 970 EVO Plus NVMe drive with 1TB capacity, and for the secondary storage, I have two Seagate Barracuda 3TB drives. This will be configured as RAID 1 volume, so I can have a RAID protected storage for my personal files. All of this will be powered by an Asus ROG Strix 650 watt fully modular power supply. And if you wonder whether I have forgot one of the most important pieces, I have not. I decided to use my existing GTX 970 graphic card until the new RTX 30 series launch later this year. I have added links to all the components I used in this build down in the description. If you are interested in building a similar setup, I hope it can help you. All the components goes inside this Thermaltake View 51 ARGB casing. It's a pretty big case, has enough space to almost all the components and more. This case is designed with water cooling in mind, but I'm not gonna do water cooling in the beginning, but maybe in future I might think of that. Just a quick unpack for the Asus motherboard. Okay, let's keep this aside for now. And I think this is really nice gesture from Asus side, a thank you card for purchasing the product. And I always suggest you to refer the motherboard manual before you start the build. And they have included this nice looking door hanger to prevent anyone interrupting your gaming sessions. It will pretty much be valid if you are a single person, but I don't think it will have any power over your significant other, so you will be get disturbed anyway. Let's start the build. First, I'm gonna install the M2 SSD. Now it's time to install the processor. Just make sure to match the arrowhead in processor with the arrowhead on the socket. Otherwise, you will damage maybe both processor and the socket. Since the CPU heatsink already has thermal compound applied on it, we are not gonna use any extra thermal compound. Just not I'm using the stock cooler comes with the processor, not any third party or aftermarket coolers. We are now installing two memory modules. Now it's time to install the motherboard inside the casing. And finally we can peel off the protective film. Just a quick PSU unboxing. I really like the way they package their products. It really feels premium to have those. So now we are gonna mount the power supply. The mounting bracket here is fully adjustable, so it can fit any size of a power supply. Now it's time to mount two SATA drives. As you can see, this drive cage opens from behind, so it's really easily accessible. No need to open up the whole casing. Now it's time to do the cable management part. I have powered up the system and ran a quick check. Every component seems to be working fine. I've tried my best to show how I did the cable management, but during the recording, unfortunately, my camera ran out of power. So, somewhere along the way, the feed will cut out and I will show the finished work after my camera charged back. So this is the look from the front after I did the cable management. And this is the rear view. It seems somewhat okay to me, but I'm not exactly happy about how I manage the cables from USB front panel. As those cables vary in length, it was a bit hard for me to properly manage the cables. So after cable management, I boot up the system. Now I'm gonna configure the RAID 1 setting for my SATA drives. And finally, now it's time to install Windows. After Windows installation, Asus will trigger some of its management software installations. For example, this Armory Crate installation. This software can be utilized to install all your drivers, other utilities, and manage your system, like for example AutoSync, addressable RGB settings. So guys, I have completed the build. For all the addressable RGB configurations, I'm using Asus Armory Crate. And for the CPU, cooler and its related RGB configurations, I'm using Cooler Master Wraith utility. So that's it guys. Thank you for watching the video. If you enjoy the video, please like and subscribe to my channel for more gaming related content. I will see you from the next video. Until then, goodbye.